Hey, it's Danish from Local Niche Marketing. If you have 10 different ads running on Meta with the same message, then you don't have different ads. You just have one ad running with the same message. In this video, we are going to see how you can create different angles for your chiropractic business. I have also created a chiropractic meta creative testing matrix sheet, which will be attached in the description of the video. And you can tell me in the comment section if that is helpful for you guys. Okay, so starting out with the problem. So, what the problem is, right? So, you have one creative and you have changed hooks, you have changed the B roll, and you have changed the headline of the ad or changed some facts inside the ad copy. But this does not mean that you have a different ad. Right. So with the post Andromeda, the things have become very different when it comes to testing new creatives. When we call it a testing new creative, meaning is that we need newer angles to test, right? Most advertisers, what they do is they create iteration of the winning creative. That does not mean that the angle is different. You're just changing few things in the creative and you are calling it a new ad. That is not the case. So how you can create different angles, right? So first you need to you know decide which service that you are going to advertise. For example, you have chosen Spinal Decompression as a service to be advertised for your business. Then you need to sit down and think about the reasons why people are going to buy your treatment, right? And you just have to come up with 10 or more than 10 reasons. And then with the passage of time, you are going to get the data driven creatives, and you can take decisions on the creatives that have worked in the past, and then you can iterate, and then you have a process for going into the market with a creative or angle, and then how you can scale those creatives when you are scaling the campaigns. So for spinal decompression, let's talk about few angles that you can test right now. So the basic pain point is people who get this treatment are looking to avoid a surgery, right? So this is a one angle. We need to come up with ad copy, headlines, and the main body of the creative related to avoiding surgery. The creative format can be educational video or doctor explaining why the patient need to avoid the surgery. That was the angle one. Angle two is get back to love what get back to sports like golf or cycling. So the pain has stopped them from playing the sports they love. So there is an angle to create new creatives for, and you can add the testimonial format here, or maybe you can add a text testimonial or a video testimonial from a patient that you have already treated. Next angle is you don't hold your grandchildren because of your back pain, right? And you can exploit this angle with emotional hooks, and also with a patient story as well, right? That this patient came to us, and the only reason he wanted to cure his back pain was because he wants to hold his grandchildren up again. And you can play around with these hooks, and you can iterate the creatives. Angle four is that I have tested everything in the past, like physical therapy, chiropractors, but nothing seems to work for me. Here is a big angle that you can exploit, and definitely when you are creating creatives, you have the idea of what you can put inside the body of the creative, or even better, you can uh, get the basic idea or scripts from ChatGPT, or maybe use Claude for getting these scripts out, right? Now these are the 10 angles you can see here: avoid surgery, return to sports, play with grandkids, failed previous treatments, mobility and independence, fear of injection, patient success stories, and frequently asked questions like, is that right for me? Is it safe for me? Is it FDA clear? Things like that. So you can see how many creatives that you can create and how many iterations that you can get after you see that this particular creative is working well for our business. Then once you need to, at the start of the campaign, you need to diversify. your creatives. And once you have the data, then you need to iterate on the creatives. And how you can iterate it, you can iterate it using different ad formats, such as, for example, if a creative was a video, you can create a carousel of that, right? You can create a static image from that. You can create a very short video. I mean, iteration is something known to every advertiser, right? But creative diversification is what we are looking at in this video. So, final key takeaway is you don't need to create more ads with the same messages, right? You just need to think about the reasons of why people are going to buy or come in for this particular treatment. So that was it. And again, if you need this shade, this if you don't have any ad angles that you are looking for, then you can use this sheet. It has all the angles, beliefs, creative concepts, recommended formats, and there is a creative testing tracker, and there are how to use instructions as well. So that was it from this video. If you have any questions, you can comment down on this video. If you need any help with your advertisement, and if you are a chiropractor looking to generate more quality leads, you can contact us. Everything is going to be mentioned in the description of the video. Until the next video, take care. Bye.